We've got Jordan and Nick here with a Zodiac Death Valley on Planet M today. You guys, I think you already know this. You're my favorite band. I'm telling you, unbelievable, unbelievable. I can't wait till everybody hears your music. And I came across you, I think it was 3 years ago. Was that your first album together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you just finished your second, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys meet?
I was at different points. I was playing solo, like doing acoustic stuff, and then I met Nate, our keyboard player, and then I grew up with Dan, and then we had a flute player, and we were more of like a neo sort of like freak folk kind of thing at first, and then we started adding things in electricity, and then that's when Jordan came in, and then
and what did Jordan bring to
like,
that?
A guitar, and like, you know, he brought his guitar like lead and started, you know, I don't know, tell him what you brought to us.
Well, and the thing that I would ask before that is, what would you call your music today? Would it be alternative?
We call it American Gothic.
American Gothic. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. So Jordan, when you came into the band, what did you feel like you brought outside of your
Just, I mean, a lot of it, because they were around for a while, or, you know, they had some, like, a lot of songs preset, so I just kind of added a little bit of like textures and like just guitars.
Okay.
Guitar like that.
And that was when did you have Zodiac Death Valley in the beginning? It was
Yeah,
always
we
that name?
called that, yeah.
How did you get that name? Great name.
I was just obsessed with sort of like, you know, San Francisco, like in the 60s, kind of everything that happened with Altamont and the sort of psychedelic movement back then, but it was more like the end of the 60s kind of thing, and then.
But also, it wasn't anything to do with the Zodiac Killer, right?
No, I didn't really. No, actually, everybody always thinks that, but no, it didn't have anything to do with that man.
Okay, so the Zodiac was more about that kind of time period, right?
Yeah, you know, I was into. It was like, you know, it was a long time ago. We were into like just trippier things back then, you know.
Okay, and then the Death Valley. Do you think of that as being a place, you know, going through Death Valley?
To be honest, well, I was into Sonic Youth, and Death Valley '69 was a cool song, so I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a great name. It's a great name.
Yeah,
I mean, I love the name. And it seems kind of reflective of your music, because your music, I feel, personally, is very original. I think that you seems like you're taking music from the past, but you're making it really new and original. And it's so hard as musicians, as you know, to make original music, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think it is, the process to make that music original?
I don't really know how to play guitar that well, so I think that kind of makes it just more interesting. And these guys have to, like, you know, make up for my lack of like skill, you know.
Well, lack of skill. You're a hell of a front man. You're an incredible performer, incredible voice. So they're not making up for anything. It's
well,
just,
you know, I just, you know.
Yeah, you're being humble there. But Jordan, what do you think is the process in the sense of trying to make that kind of old retro music, which I feel you have in there, but then new and contemporary and original?
Right. Yeah, I think it's not really a conscious effort. I think the thing is that there's 5 of us that have really different interests, and just for some reason, like, all those come together with this really weird kind of like just different, like, original sounding thing. But it's not something that we like. Okay, that sounds too much like this. It's not something that we do like that. You know, it's just more like, just more natural, organic, I guess, kind of happens with our different influences and stuff.
So do you guys all get together once or twice a week? Is it in someone's home, a studio?
Studio, yeah.
Okay.
Rehearsal space.
And so you pay for rehearsal space, and in the first album, you were on the first album, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the first album, how long did it take you to make it?
I think we recorded that in like 5 days or 6 days or something.
No.
Yeah.
No. So basically all the skill that you had all individually worked on, you know, in your lifetime as musicians. How old are you guys?
I'm in 30s.
Yeah. I mean, you look like you're, you know.
25.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'm older. How about that? We just established that one. But so you guys individually went and worked on your own individual music. Maybe we're in different bands, I'm sure, right? You all come together. You have ideas, and in 5 days you record that brilliant album? Come on.
I mean, we didn't like write it all in the studio, but that's what we like.
How long did it take you to write the songs, and do you all collaborate on the songs?
We do all collaborate. Nick does a lot of the main like song structures,
lyrics?
and he'll come with like an idea with the whole kind of basic
Melody?
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll add our own melodies and individual parts. And
Okay. And okay, so in 5 days, how pleased were you with the first album?
We're pretty pleased. It was
Were you critical of it?
I mean, I like it. It's all right. Like, it's all right.
Do you like the second album a lot more?
The second one is way better.
yeah.
I don't
Like, we love
necessarily agree with that. I think they're both individually incredible. But I see the changes. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
as
different.
someone that loves music and loves artists, I see the changes. So let's talk about the second album, since you think the first album was a great beginning, and that why is the second one better?
It's I mean, first of all, the where we recorded it, and then the circumstances. You know,
Where did you
we
record it?
recorded it at Valley Recording in Burbank with Joe Cardamone. He's a singer-songwriter for Icarus Line, at LA-based band.
Say that again. What?
Icarus Line.
Icarus Line. I don't know
so
that.
Joe Cardamone, yeah.
Okay.
And he just knew what to do with us, you know. And some people don't know what to do with us when we're all together in a room. It's just kind of pretty chaotic. And he knew, you know, from his experience playing in bands and things, how to like just get us to mellow out. You know, we had no visitors. Certain things were kept to a minimum as far as like what we could intake, and you know, and like you know, we just had to like focus on the music and
Meaning not a lot of alcohol?
yeah, like things like that, you know. So
Yeah,
it
but
was like-
sometimes, I mean, you know, Keith Richards can't be the role model for all of us, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but on some level, the drugs and alcohol help, and then on some level, they don't at all. They can
Right,
actually
yeah.
get in the way and they slow things down.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of like letting go of like, you know, just being more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then it gets
And
to
he-
a point where it's like starts
Yeah.
being.
And he has a good sense of humor, and he like knew how to just like, you know,
Make it fun.
yeah.
'Cause
But
you-
at the same time, get down to business. So he was. I
So
don't
meaning
know.
like you just make it.
No, I mean, we're not thinking like at home, like, okay, let's take everybody to this place. It's like,
That's great.
you know, it's
Yeah.
like, can we just get this song done? And then it happens, you know. So
I mean, and then you're pleased with it.
yeah,
Yeah, totally.
And let's go back again to this latest album versus the first one. What was the growth that you saw personally as artists?
We toned certain things down a bit as far as our like the way we play. We're so like everything was just like fast and, you know, crazy. So then we sort of like scaled it back a bit. And then we really actually with this one we didn't have anything ready when we went into the studio. So
Oh, you wrote it, and how long did it take you there?
that was also like about 4 days.
You are blowing my mind. You can make that great music that quickly
Yeah, we were crashing in a van at first, like in the parking lot of a Starbucks, and then
because you didn't have the money to pay for the hotel, right?
Yeah, and then so Joe, we're standing there, and he saw how, you know, because we'd be up all night, and then Joe told us he had a friend who lived in like Hollywood Hills, and then we just went and stayed there. He said, "Well, you go home and go do homework," and then we just wrote a lot of stuff there in this house, you know.
So you're writing there, and then you went straight to the recording studio after that?
Yeah, then we go there in the morning, you know, and then we would like record all day, and then yeah.
You really
it was,
didn't come
like-
in with any ideas as
We
artists?
thought we had ideas.
Yeah.
But Joe told us we. Just kidding. I don't know, I was gonna say that.
No,
Cut that out.
No, but the
Joe told us
ideas.
that. Yeah, it was just like we thought we were ready and we weren't ready, you know.
And then okay, so let's talk about when you're in the studio. What is it, the feeling when you know that everything is gelling and it's working? Like, you know, there's this moment where you go, I think I'm gonna go this direction with a song versus the other. What is the feeling that you get?
I don't know. I don't know if I ever get that feeling.
It doesn't happen until like
Is it just
it
tons
gets
of
mastered
self-doubt?
like
It's-
months later that you
Yeah.
don't know. It's like it's like oh, it sounds good, but it's a little rough. We knew. I mean, with this new one, we knew it was good because we were so excited when we were listening to the playbacks. We'd be dancing in the studio. We'd be like hanging out. But then at the same time, it's like, is that just us because we've been up for a week straight? We don't know what's going on, or like, is it because it actually sounds good? So then, I guess it's when you get home after a while and you hang out, you just get this with headphones and, you know, a joint, headphones, and then you just listen to it, no distractions, and then it's just like we all started texting each other, calling each other like, oh, well, this is all right.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah,
how
yeah.
it happened, you know.
So it's interesting. So you have to have a great producer, it sounds like, for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you need some time away from it to actually appreciate it and observe it,
Okay, yeah.
right? And then the creative process isn't necessarily a straight line, I would think, for any artist. But there isn't, you're saying that there isn't this feeling while you're doing the music that makes you know that you need to stop the song right there. It's really a producer that's telling you that you really need.
Yeah, you gotta have some
Or
help.
yeah, someone else, because you're like so far in that moment, you're not really like like you need someone that's like has a little bit of a like zoomed out view of what's going on, you know.
Right. And then the other thing that's interesting is that it, you know, as we know, with bands that work, it's magic. And when it's magic, it's pretty amazing because so many bands don't work. But what are your goals in the sense of getting the music out there? Outside of touring, you're trying to play as many places that you can.
Well, we'll be touring for this album, but then we're gonna go back in the studio right now. We just wrote a bunch of songs, like, so now we're gonna go. We want to just kill ourselves and do a double album. So we're just gonna like take that big thing on right now
Because it
like
was working so well. That's
yeah,
a
we're gonna
lot.
do 25 songs with Joe in the winter.
Where can everybody find your music and buy your music? You have a Facebook page, Zodiac Valley.
Facebook, iTunes.
iTunes, it's on iTunes.
Yeah.
And you told me when I listened to it, is it out already? What's the name of the album?
new one?
Yeah,
not
the new
out.
one.
No, it's not out yet.
When does it come out?
The album will be printed in October.
Okay, and the name again? Apologize. What's the name of your new album?
You know, Desert Bohem.
Desert Bohem, and you had a great artist do the cover work on it. Who's the artist?
Amazing.
John Bocatzer.
Okay, and then you told me I had to listen to it from the beginning to the end. I was not
I
allowed
said
to.
that,
And
yeah.
that's what you used to do, okay? When I
Yeah.
back in the day, I'm much older than you. You would go back and you would you really appreciate how the artist picked 1 through 10. But now everybody just listens to the singles.
Singles, yeah.
And why is that important to you guys in this album?
Because none of the songs really are, you know, the same. It doesn't really blend in or anything. Everything's just so different. You know, it's like the album doesn't, every song that, you know, when you listen to an album, every song sounds the same when, you know, just kind of boring. That's what, you know, it's with pop music these days, but, you know, that's a whole different interview. But anyways.
But with yours, it was
every
specifically
song's
meant
different.
to
And
build.
it's just like, yeah,
right?
and it's just like a,
And then I have to always end the interview with a spiritual question. So is there something spiritually that you feel that happens to you when you make the music, or is there some kind of spiritual message that you feel you want to give out with your music, in the sense, not words about it, but is there something spiritually that you feel happens with your music?
as far as the feeling, yeah, there's no, I mean, obviously, like you said, there's no, words can describe like how we feel when we're, you know, when we're doing any kind of like project, but, and no, we don't have any sort of spiritual message or anything, you know?
Question, does it bring you a lot of joy and happiness making it?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Mostly playing it.
Yeah, just
Like
playing,
live,
I
it's
mean,
like the
yeah,
best.
like,
And seeing the fans that enjoy it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's so great to meet you finally, and I feel lucky to be with great artists, because I think you're both great artists, and the band is as well.
thank you so much.
so much.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
for being
us.
on Planet M.
appreciate
And good luck with Planet M and everything.
Yeah. Well, we'll hope everybody
the
comes
crew.
to my planet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Shit.
I'm trying to design my own planet.
Looks pretty good so far.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thanks.